One man's trash is another man's treasure. Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar. We're going to be looking at a vintage Lego set. This one I just picked up on eBay. And I think I already got it, but I don't think I had the box. And it was so cheap with shipping even. I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and get it anyway since it has the box. And we're going to see if it's complete. So it is this set, set 456, The Spirit of St. Louis. There are two different versions of this set, two different set numbers. I think this is the US version, 1976. It's almost 50 years old. And oh my goodness, they opened the box this way. I don't like it when they, well, I guess it preserves it a little better. These boxes were intended to be like busted right there. So when you see these, if you see one of these listed for sale, you'd think it was sealed. But they removed the glue on the back side. So yeah, I got a boxed version of The Spirit of St. Louis. Is that the Lindbergh plane? Boy, I tell you what, the instructions have seen a better day. That's for sure. Oh my goodness, they're taped and everything. The box, just unglued. It's really not that bad. I probably got copies. I'm pretty sure I got copies of the instructions. And then here's the airplane. So nothing super rare in this. Things of note are the 2x3 brick with the stickers. I actually had bought one, so it's got a sticker on each side of the 2x3 brick. That one's a little bit crooked. That one looks like it's put on a little better, but everything else pretty common. I don't think the tail fin there is too rare. And then the other thing is this axle that's milky white, and then the Technic looking bricks. I had bought a whole bunch of these at one time just in particular to build this set. So it looks like a 1x1 Technic brick, but it's got that groove in it there. So yeah, it's got the correct ones on it. So let me put this thing back together, see what it looks like. So I was getting ready to finish building it. Thing's kind of flimsy. And I had this 4x8 plate. It was attached. I actually dropped it while I wasn't recording. But there's this 4x8 plate. This set does not come with a 4x8 plate. It actually comes with a 2x8 and a 1x8 on the back there. And then I got to go back and rewatch my video. There's 2x2s that go right there. Did those fall off when I dropped it? So I went back and rewatched my video. They are not there. There's two 2x2s. So that being said, I thought all I was going to be doing just kind of like reassembling this real quickly. I'm going to take this thing completely apart and just build it from scratch, because if they've made those blatant mistakes in this, and again, I got the stickered piece, I got the tail fin, I got the wheels, the axle, I got the 1x1 stud with a closed, 1x1 round brick with a closed stud. So nothing super rare. I mean, that's 3 parts at least: the 2x8, a 1x8 in black, and 2 2x2s. So yeah, let's just start from scratch. So I have this binder of vintage instructions, and I was surprised to find that I do not have a copy of this for, what is the number? 456. Yeah, I don't have 456. So I'm going to have to, it's possible I got it somewhere here in the basement. This is just a terrible cut. Yeah, I can't even keep it open to look. So I guess we'll do a build and talk. So 2x3. I probably should have washed these first. There's dust on them as well. I have a feeling there's going to be more pieces that are incorrect on this build. Whoops. Oh, it's got the, yes, the vintage crunch with those parts there. So that's nice. So let's see. Now we got this piece goes there. We got inverted bricks. Don't know if they're the correct vintage. I think they are the correct vintage. So that's okay. There's a 2x8. Is that a 2x8 right there? Oh, I love the crunch. Got the crunch. So now I think we get to the parts where I'm wondering. Oh, there's a. And this instruction manual is driving me crazy. It won't stay open as I try to build. All right, let's do. What do we got here? 1x2 there. That goes there. I wonder if that's where the 1x2s were. Okay, got that one. Oh, dang nabbit. This is hard. Building vintage is hard. I think that's right. Yeah, and then another 2x2 goes there. Oh, if the stupid instruction manual would stay open, I could probably finish building it. And then, oh, I can't hardly tell what's going on here. Looks like a 2x2 and a 2x3 back there. I think they just built this wrong. They built it totally wrong. And then there's a 2x8 right there. So I'll get this. Goes right there. And then I got two 2x2s on the back here. That's the two that we're missing. And then I need a 1x2. See, I'm missing a 1x2. Did I use it? I used a 1x2 there. That was correct. 2x2 there. So I need a 1x2. So you gotta. Oh, there it is. I got it. There's the 1x2. And then we put this on there. And this goes there. Then 2x3 there. Then which one of these is going to be? This is going to be the printed piece there. Another 2x3 vintage crunch. Nice. Our slope bricks. It's only 49 pieces. 2x8 goes across like that. Then, yeah, look at that. So I get up to this step. I need a 2x2 and a 2x3. Nowhere to be found. So I went and got these. Now, if I was going to be getting the correct vintage, there should be a sprue on the side, kind of like, see that 1x2? It's got that little nick on it, and there's a nick on this 2x2. You'd want that if you, and there's another one right there. Just depends on which way you put the plates on. I didn't worry about that. These are used parts from my collection, which is good enough for me. They don't have the same. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, they're all right. They're vintage enough. And so then we got this 1x8 that we had to get. Same thing with those. Those probably should have had the sprue on them, but they don't. Now let's put this piece here. This keeps falling apart. It's a very flimsy build as you're building it. All right, then we flip it over. That's what I mean. This came apart. It's like it needs a brick going across it there. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these on like that. Oops. All right. Got that. And then, oh, yeah, the one stud goes right there. All right. And turn this over. I hope these are right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 2x10s. So, oh, getting a nice vintage crunch, but I feel like it's going to fall apart. All right, and then the tail fin. And there we go. So this was a piece I had out already. That came with the set, and then so I was missing these two pieces, the two 2x2s and a 2x2 and a 2x3 yellow. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 parts we're missing. All common parts, but that is the Spirit of St. Louis airplane. Note to myself that I didn't write down putting this in here. Do need a better copy of these instructions. My goal is to have all of the Legoland instructions, and maybe eventually I'll get all the boxes. So Spirit of St. Louis box. Doesn't say Legoland on it. There we go. So I went back and listed, I looked at the listing, not listed, I looked at the listing, and they mentioned that the glue had come off the box, the instructions were taped, and it was complete. Now, you know, they might have just glanced at it, looked, oh, that looks complete, but it wasn't complete. Am I satisfied with my purchase? Absolutely. This whole thing, just missing those 6 common parts, $19. It's not bad, and it's probably not $19 worth of parts. Because it's just basic brick. Like I said, other than the ones I mentioned, the printed brick, not the printed brick, the stickered brick, double stickered. And all these other vintage elements that are out of production, they're just not rare. Nothing's rare. So mainly I bought this for the box. And apparently I bought it for the instructions too, since I did not have the instructions. Suggested use 6 years and older. I think I'm old enough for this. Use this box for storage. I don't think it's going to fit. Like some of the trucks, you can build them and put them in the box. You got to take you got to take everything off. It's not going to fit in the box. It's too long as well. It actually looks much bigger. Some of the sets you build them, and like I said, they fit nicely into the box. But yeah, this one looks like you're getting more for your money from 1976. So yeah, another one for my Legoland vintage Lego sets collection. I got a lot of these little boxes. I got a lot of these old sets. I've done a lot of videos already on those. And when you have a collection like mine, you run into the problem where you think you've reviewed things. Now this is from the minifigure era. I found this in my collection. I'm like, I thought I've already done a video on it. No, I haven't. So things like that. So anyway, I'm going to probably take this apart. Definitely should wash it. But yeah, that's a nice little set from 1976, the Spirit of St. Louis airplane. Still looking for, wait, oh, never mind. I get the Lindbergh plane mixed up with the Amelia Earhart plane. This is Lindbergh, so never mind. Anyway, yeah. See you guys in the next video.